Good afternoon, my dear students. In the previous classes, we have discussed about the various concepts of basics of computers, wherein in the last class we discussed about computer networks and types of computer networks like LAN, WAN as well as MAN. The next concept in this particular chapter is software and its types. So before going to this particular concept in depth, let us know what actually the difference between a software and hardware is. Here there are two types, two parts which will be involved in order to develop any sort of electronic gadgets, whether it may be a laptop or whether it may be a desktop or whether it may be a mobile or whether it may be any kind of electronic gadgets. All the electronic gadgets will be involved, will be containing hardware as well as software. So first of all, let us know what actually this particular hardware is. See, hardware is a component or hardware is a one which the user can touch and feel. Hardware is a component where the user can touch and feel. Whereas software is a component which the user can see and feel but cannot touch. Hardware is the one where the user can touch that particular component and he can feel it. But software is the one which the user can see and feel but cannot touch that particular software. He can't touch the software which is inside the system. Whereas hardwares are those, like the best examples of hardwares are your mouse, keyboard, monitor, mouse, keyboard, monitor, printer, scanner. All these are hardware components. These are the components where we can touch and feel. But the software components are those which are built into the system. Like example is operating system, Windows operating system or DOS operating system or Linux operating system. Similarly, your Turbo C software, media players, when it comes to the mobile point of view, WhatsApp application, your Android operating system. Similarly, Telegram application, like various applications which we are using in your mobile, all those comes under software sector where we can just see and feel it. But we can't touch that particular software. We can't touch that particular software. Whereas in terms of hardware, all the components which comes under hardware section, all those components can for all those components, the user can touch that particular components and he can feel that particular components. That is what the difference between a software as well as hardware. So in this particular class, we will be discussing about what actually this particular software and types of softwares are. So software is nothing but it is not just a program. It is not just a program. It is a one which contains set of instructions, configuration files and set of documentation files which together comes with a particular word which is called as a software. Like whenever you want to install any of the software in your system, we require a setup file. In order to run that particular setup file, we require some sort of supporting files. Setup file is nothing but a configuration file, and the supporting documents which are related to that particular setup file is considered as a documentation file, and the set of instructions how to run that particular software, how to install that particular software, which will be embedded into that particular software system or which will be embedded into that particular software application, is all these three together will help us to perform one specific task which is majorly considered as a software, So like whenever we come across with a software as a keyword, most of us will say that software is nothing but we are going to write a program. So program is a one part of it. Program is just a part of that particular software. But along with the program, we require a set of files which is called as a configuration files, as well as set of instructions how to run that particular configuration files must be known to us. Similarly, a documentation, what actually the application is meant for, how we have to run that particular application, in what way that application is useful for the user can be known to us by reading the documentation of that particular software. which help us to run the application, install the application as well as run the application and perform a specific task based upon the user requirement. Based upon the user requirement. In general, software is nothing but it consists of, whenever we ask about a software, we can say that it is a one which consists of three important parts. One part is set of instruction, second part is configuration file, third part is set of documentation file. What actually the set of instruction is? Set of instruction indicates what is the process that we have to carry out in order to install the software. And configuration file is nothing but a set of file which helps you to install the software. Whereas the documentation file will help you to know what actually this particular software is, why this particular software is developed, in what way this software is useful for us, and how to use this particular software can be known to us by taking the support of this particular file, which is called as the third file, which is called as a documentation file. All these three together will help me to perform a specific task or a specific operation. Okay, here there are two types of application. One is called as generic application or a generic software, and the other one is we call it as customized software. What actually this particular generic software is? See, then another name for generic software and customized software is, generic software is nothing but a system software. Generic software we consider as system software, whereas customized software we consider as application software. Like here, let us go with this generic software first. So generic software is nothing but, here this particular softwares are developed by a specific company, and the complete control of this particular software will be under them. The customer can use that particular software, instead he can't change anything in that particular software. Whatever the software that we are using today, like operating system or MS Office or your WhatsApp application or a Telegram application or your Gmail account, everything is everything is considered as a generic software. Why? Because these particular softwares are those which are developed by a specific company, and those softwares are updated and maintained by the same company which is belonging to that particular software. Whenever we come across with this particular software as a keyword, you must have something in your mind that it contains two important parts. One is an application part and the other one is operating system part. What actually the difference between application and software application and system part is, system part is a one which speaks about only the softwares which are required for the system, which are basically required for the system. Whereas application softwares are those which are optional. Depending upon the user requirement, we can install the software or we can't install the software. So this is what the difference that we can see in terms of software sectors. So when it comes to the point of generic software, keep in mind, generic software is the one which is developed and maintained and updated by a specific manufacturing company, and here this type of softwares can be used by the customers but cannot be given a permission for the customer to change anything into that software. He can use it, but he can't change anything into it. And the best example here is MS Office, operating system, antivirus softwares, and so on. Here, when it comes to the part of this generic software, these generic softwares are those which are made available to each and every one. These generic softwares are those which are made available to each and every customer who is capable of buying that particular product. Anyone can buy that particular product. Generic softwares are those which are meant for n number of customers. Whoever is capable of buying that particular software, they can buy that particular software from the market. Okay, whereas customized softwares are those which are developed only for a specific customer, and he is the one who is going to control that particular software. Manufacturing company will develop the product and they will give that particular product to the customer. Once the product has been delivered to the customer will be having the complete rights to do any changes in that particular product. If the customer is given with an authority to change anything from that particular product, then those type of softwares we consider as customized softwares. Best example is your banking system. Each and every bank is having their own authority, their own features, their own principles, their own objectives, right? So depending upon that, the internet banking system of SBI is completely different, and the internet banking system of Axis is completely different, isn't it? So when it comes to the part of banking system, based upon their company, based upon their banks, based upon their principles, based upon their objectives, they will be asking the development team of any of the company to develop this particular product and give it to us. Once the development company completes the process of development, and once they sell that particular product to the specific bank who have ordered, the company will no longer exist in order to do any changes. The company will not be having any authority to do any changes in this particular software which has been given to the specific bank owner or a bank manager. And this particular software can be changed or modified or manipulated depending upon the customer, depending upon the main customer who is going to launch that particular software to the society. This is what the customized software is, and this customized software cannot be sold into the market. Instead, it can be sold only for the specific customer who have ordered it. So keep in mind, generic software is nothing but it is the one which is manufactured as well as maintained as well as updated by the manufacturing team only, or by the development team of a specific company. And this particular generic softwares are those which are available for each and every customers in the market. These generic softwares can be used by the customers, but they can't be having any rights. They can't be having any rights to manipulate or change anything in that particular software. They can just use it as per the requirements, but they can't change anything in terms of generic softwares. But when it comes to the customized softwares, these particular softwares are those which are meant for only a specific customers who have given the order to the company. And this particular customized softwares are those which will be under the control of customers rather than the company who have manufactured that particular product. Best examples as I shown you here is MS Office, Windows operating system, antivirus softwares and so on are considered as generic softwares, whereas customized softwares are those like internet banking system. Similarly, you can come across with the ATM systems and so on. So this is what about the major two important parts of a software types. One is generic software and the other one is customized software. And here he has come across with two subsections of softwares. One is system software and application software. What is the difference between a system software and application software here is? See, system software is the one which includes with the programs that is dedicated to manage the computer only. These system softwares are those which are used only for managing the computer system. Like example is operating system. Operating system is the one which is the mother of your computer, which acts like operating system or DOS platform acts as a mother of your computer system. Without an operating system, there is no computer system at all. So system softwares are those which includes a program that can maintain or manage the computer working and its behavior. Whereas application softwares are nothing but these are optional softwares. Depending upon the user requirement, they can install it, they can use it, or they can not use it depending upon your requirement. Like application is nothing but any program or a group of programs that is designed for the user. System software is designed for the system, whereas application software is designed for the one who is using that particular system. And this particular softwares, application softwares such as like word processors, web browsers, your spreadsheets, similarly your WhatsApp application, telegrams, all this comes under application software. Whereas Android operating system is the one which is meant for your mobile, whereas application software is the one which is meant for the one who is using that particular mobile. That is what the difference between this particular system software and application software is meant for. Okay, so understood the concept? Everyone understood the concept? Any doubts? Understood what is the software and types of software? Can anyone speak about this particular software, whatever that I have discussed it now? If you are interested, you can raise your hands. Those who are interested to speak, that software is so and so. Let me pick someone. Okay. Ambika. What is the software? Ambika K. Firdaus. Okay. So do you have any doubts in this regard? Once again, about what? Which concept? See, in simple manner, if you want me to speak, software is nothing but it is a one which consists of three important parts. One part is set of instructions, second part is configuration files, and the third part is set of documentation files. Instruction file speaks about how the software can be installed and how it can be used, whereas configuration file is nothing but a setup file which helps us to install the software in your system. Whereas the third part is set of documentation file which gives you the brief idea about the software and its usage towards how can you use this particular application, in what way this application will be benefited to you depending upon the type of software that we are going to use with. And it is the one which is meant for one specific task. Where like one best example is WhatsApp application. It is used for chatting and sharing the messages, sharing the documents. Whereas the second one is operating system. Operating system is used for managing the computer system depending upon the behavior. Okay. So here there are two types. One is generic software and the other one is customized software, and the last one is system software and its application. So this is what about the software and types of software that I am going to speak today. Yes. Understood everyone? Okay. Are you clear with the things? Okay. Tulsi? Are you clear or do you have any doubts? Okay, fine. So this is what all about the first chapter of your module 1 is. Okay. Once again, I will glance you. In the first chapter, we have discussed about what is computer, advantages and disadvantages of computer, and also we have discussed about the various applications of computer system. Similarly, the second concept which we have discussed here is generations of computer. Here there are 5 different generations. One is first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth and fifth generation. Okay. And the third concept that we have discussed here is types of computers. There are 4 different types of computers. One is supercomputers, second one is mainframe computers, third one is mini computer, and the fourth one is microcomputer. Okay, and the next part that we have discussed here is networks and types of networks. Networks and types of networks. And also we have discussed about types of networks. We have discussed about LAN, WAN and MAN. Okay, and the next concept which we have discussed in this particular chapter is ports and types of ports. There are 6 different types of ports which I have discussed, out of which there are 16 different types of ports, as I said you earlier in the previous class, out of which I have taken only 6 different types of ports. And also I have discussed about the architecture of your computer system, what is input device and the examples of input device, and also I have discussed about CPU, that is central processing unit. In that we came across with control unit and arithmetic logic unit as well as memory unit, wherein we discussed about primary memory as well as secondary memory. And also we have discussed about the output devices and an example for your architecture of your computer system also discussed here. Okay, so this is what about the first chapter of your syllabus. This is what about the first chapter which is related to your syllabus, and the same things. So all these particular concepts will be there for your class test. Which I am going to conduct on Sunday. Okay, understood?